Every one of us possesses a unique and remarkable talent inside the boundless universe. The power to transform into our greatest selves via constant self-improvement. That we are capable of going beyond our own limitations is something that is inherent to being human. Thus, I cordially welcome you to delve into the enchanting realm of self-transformation today, where dormant potential meets deliberate action. You are not alone if you have ever pondered the reasons for your reluctance to take action, despite knowing that you have limitless potential. The reason I've decided to speak about this is because many of us are in a similar situation. It's a typical problem that prevents us from growing as individuals. Join me as I delve into the journey of self-discovery and overcome the obstacles that stand in the way of completely embodying my higher self. One must acknowledge the contradiction of the human predicament in order to contemplate the immense potential that lies within each individual. As sentient beings, we know that our potential is boundless, but our anxieties and uncertainties keep us from achieving our full potential. The inherent duality of being human is the source of this predicament. We have the ability to envision our whole potential and dream big. However, there are also internal barriers that we must overcome in order to leave our comfort zone. The brightness of our potential is obscured by shadows cast by fears of the unknown, failure, and even uneasiness around how others will perceive us. We are hesitant to embark on the path to transformation while having the necessary tools at our disposal. Every one of us shares this reluctance. It's a personal struggle between wanting to thrive and being afraid of the storms that change might bring. It is crucial to delve into the root issues that keep us stuck on our path to self-transformation, even when we know we have limitless potential as we progress through the deeper layers of our journey. The advantage originating from one's familiar environment is the primary reason that jumps out. Despite its limitations, the known can sometimes be comforting in comparison to the unknown. The fear of the unknown can stifle our growth and hinder us from achieving our full potential. As alluring as the comfort zone may seem, its confines have a way of keeping us from exploring the boundless sea of opportunities that awaits us beyond. The idea of venturing into uncharted territories can often fill us with dread because we have grown so used to the constraints of our familiar surroundings. Truthfully, though, I must tell you something, as painful as it is. Ease is not necessarily congruent with progress. It is frequently in the pursuit of the unpleasant that we uncover the mysteries of self-discovery. Comfort is not necessarily congruent with progress. The most magical things happen when you step into the unknown, no matter how scary it seems at first. In this realm of ambiguity, we discover, develop, and push the boundaries of our perceived capabilities. It takes a lot of bravery, though, to get out of your comfort zone and try something new. To do this, we must dare to think differently, to go beyond the known, and to welcome the unknown with open arms and to challenge the status quo. When we break free from the constraints that hold us back, we open the door to the bold adventure of discovering our full potential. So keep in mind that we can escape the comfort zone if we choose to do so. Internalized notions about our own talents or limiting beliefs are another important factor that can cause us to remain stuck. Many of the stories we hear as children reinforce the boundaries we've set for ourselves, making it harder for us to break through those invisible walls and reach our full potential. Subtly, defining what we feel is feasible are the internalized narratives, which are typically influenced by previous experiences or environmental messages. Having said that, keep in mind that these ideas are really only mirrors of our consciousness and may, thus, be changed. In order to break free from our limitations, we must confront these factors directly, dismantle our ideas that hold us back, and refuse to settle for mediocrity. We are all intricate webs of stories, some of which we weave ourselves, and others of which we are the products of other people and circumstances. When we let our guard down and believe things we don't fully understand, they stifle growth and prevent us from being authentic. Bear in mind that these ideas are not absolute facts, but mental creations influenced by individual perspectives on the universe. The first step in freeing ourselves from the limitations imposed by these ideas is realizing they are limiting us. Honest self-analysis can start the road of emancipation. First things first, what self-deprecating narratives do you tell yourself about your talents? Is there any truth to these tales, or are they just the product of the author's subconscious? When we confront these limiting narratives head-on, we can begin to transform. The only way to start seeing the enormous landscape of opportunities that lies out before us is to bravely question our own deeply held beliefs, which is no easy feat. We each have an integral role in writing our own history and making our own reality, as I've said before. This gives us the power to rewrite our life stories if we so want. By challenging our own assumptions about our capabilities, we can craft a story that speaks to the essence of our identity and our potential. Always keep in mind that you and I are the masterminds behind our own progress. And when we acknowledge these two primary reasons that I've already highlighted, we start to change from the inside out, changing our limiting beliefs into an expanding view of our potential and our complacency into bravery. In our never-ending quest to become our best selves, this is the initial stride toward emancipation from mediocrity and advancement. Now that we've dug into the root of the problem, let's shine a light on how to fix it. Becoming more resilient in the face of adversity is the first step. What am I trying to convey by saying that? Understanding that discomfort is a sign that we are pushing ourselves beyond our comfort zones is crucial. We find our own inner power when we set out to find the unknown. The seeds of more profound development are often found when we shatter the barriers of the known and secure. Because discomfort is a sign of uncharted territory waiting to be conquered, not a barrier. And if we wish to grow, expand, and manifest our actual potential, we must learn to perceive it as such. When we bravely face our fears, we are also challenging the boundaries we've set for ourselves, which are keeping us from truly embracing the unknown. Taking the time to examine the rationale behind and necessity of established constraints requires bravery. In this setting, discomfort serves as a compass that leads us beyond our current limits of belief. Because we hone our resilience, adaptability, and inner fortitude by triumphing over difficult obstacles, we become closer to our highest, most true selves with each successfully managed, uncomfortable moment. Rewriting our stories on purpose is the next stage. When we allow ourselves to be limited by self-limiting ideas, we must actively work to change the stories that tell our story. It's crucial that we each become the protagonists in our own stories, challenging self-limiting ideas and replacing them with positive affirmations that boost self-esteem and genuineness. These stories, which are based on our experiences and the messages we've received, shape how we see the world. However, keep in mind that each of us has the power to actively shape our own narrative by questioning and reimagining existing stories so that they better reflect who we really are. This necessitates penetrating our minds to their core, uncovering the origins of the limiting beliefs that have held us back. We can get perspective on the current validity of these beliefs and understand we are not permanently tied to interpretations of the past when we query where they came from. The words and thoughts we choose to think about ourselves should build our confidence and help us see ourselves as strong, capable, and deserving of respect and admiration. A new identity is not built overnight via conscious rewriting. Rather, it is a process that unfolds over time. Stories of personal development, triumph over adversity, and genuine expression can replace restrictive narratives and have a profound impact on our identity and potential. In doing so, we draw nearer to our transcendent selves. The third stage is realizing that self-improvement is a process, not a destination. I mentioned before that this is not a one-and-done deal. Rather, it is an ongoing process. In our quest to become our best selves, it is essential to view each obstacle and stage as a sacred ceremony. It is possible to elevate and better oneself at any given time if one views life as an ongoing process of learning, development, and self-discovery. Let us not seek easy answers, but rather accept that every setback, victory, and twist is a part of a narrative that is always developing. Embracing the process's fluidity means realizing that every step serves a purpose, even if we can't see it coming. All of life's events shape us in subtle ways that will become apparent as we go along. Also, we should be sure to celebrate every step forward as we go. Recognizing and celebrating even the smallest progress towards self-improvement is important. These experiences not only encourage us to keep going, but they also make us more determined to face the difficulties that lie ahead. The real substance of self-transformation is in the process. Therefore, keep in mind that the journey is just as important as the arrival. Acceptance is the fourth stage. The key to real expansion and personal development is acceptance, which appears as a transcendental key. Regardless of our circumstances, we may flourish by cultivating rich soil for positive transformation, embracing acceptance in all its subtleties. By embracing change, we also come to terms with the fact that life is inherently unpredictable. Life experiences its own ebb and flow, just like the ocean's tides. Once we let go of our opposition to change and embrace it as a constant, we may finally move in sync with life's inherent rhythms. Even though challenges can be intimidating, they always teach us something. The key is to accept them for what they are and go past the surface, since even in the darkest times, there are opportunities for progress. Giving in to the current moment and letting go of the past are two sides of the same coin when it comes to acceptance. Reason being, we tend to impede our development with emotional weight. But when we admit that the past is a necessary component of the path, finding our true selves is a never-ending quest. The more we probe our inner selves, the more we peel back the layers of societal masks and outside expectations, and the more we uncover our true selves. Living authentically allows us to connect with our higher selves, our genuine nature, and live our lives with passion and purpose. We must have the inner strength to confront our anxieties directly if we are to embrace this trip, knowing that beyond them lies the liberation and growth we crave. We need to be brave enough to face our anxieties and identify our shadow sides, knowing that avoiding them only makes them worse. But we can overcome our fears and overcome our shadows if we know what they are. When faced with knowledge and acceptance, fear can fuel personal development and change. We may turn anxiety into a beacon that illuminates the unknown rather than an impediment. Recognizing and accepting our own frailty is a brave step toward conquering our fears. Keep in mind, though, that being vulnerable is not a sign of weakness. The reason being that letting ourselves be vulnerable allows us to break free from our worries and live courageously and authentically. It feels like reuniting with our core, with the light that exists apart from the shadows cast by the ego. Finally, as we wrap off this adventure, my deepest wish is that you will realize that becoming a better version of yourself is more about celebrating your uniqueness than striving for perfection. It is the brave journey into the unknown, the unabashed discovery of who we really are, and the unwavering acceptance of the fact that we are always changing. Knowing that we are greater than the stories we create for ourselves is where the magic happens. Not only are we the total of our past and present, but we also embody the potential for future growth and development. No matter how tiny, it's progress towards genuine independence and the ability to be ourselves. It is possible that the path will never be flat and may be filled with many curves. That being said, it's just fine because we grow wiser and more knowledgeable with each passing cycle. So, from the bottom of my heart, I hope that you celebrate the transforming power that is inside you with every step that you take towards self-transformation. The journey is just as important as the end goal. Therefore, may you never stop discovering new things and developing yourself. I appreciate you coming along on the ride. Please consider giving our channel a like and subscribing if you found this video helpful. If you think others could benefit from the message, please share it with them. And if you have any ideas, insights, or experiences to share, please do so in the comment section below. Thank you once more for tuning in and for being here with me. Be well, and I will see you very soon.